This is, this is basically the center of Montmartre, the Place du Tertre. Perhaps you know this or don't know this, but Montmartre was outside of Paris. Hello, my name is Geoffrey. I began my life in France in a vineyard, and I've been exploring the wines of France ever since, because vineyards tell stories. My story has been associated with wine for over 30 years, and as a long-time resident of Paris, I've continued my exploration of wine while sharing its hidden vineyards with visitors. You can see actually the vines right now have not been pruned. So all that was left was this little section, which in fact they were planning to build on. And there was a movement in the community, right, to defend it and protect it. And it was the last real piece of land that was kept for vines. Few Parisians know that their city was once covered in vineyards and that its wines were among the most prized in Europe. I offer a different perspective on the history and culture of the city, as well as an original approach to wine and wine tasting. Living vines and living wines. So join me and take a walk on the vine side.
Holly came from Miami, FLA.
Quiz. How many vineyards are producing wine in Paris? How many wine-producing vineyards are there in Paris? And the answer is 5. See what you got there? And then you can swirl for a second nose. Paris in your glass.
Candy came from out on the island. In the back room she was everybody's darling. But she never lost her head. Even when she was given head, she says, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. And the chord girls go to do 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 to do.
We're starting with a white wine. This is a wine from Alsace, and it's a Pinot Gris, which is one of the cépages that is actually cultivated in the Clos Montmartre. Then what would you say? What can you see in this wine? It's perfectly clear.
The place where they said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side.
You sell with cheese and you buy with apples. I mean, in other words, if you're a winemaker, you offer people cheese while they're tasting the wine. What this does mean, because the cheese will create a fatty coating on the palate and will actually mask any default the wine might have. If you eat an apple and taste wine and it's still good, then you know you've got a really good wine.
Went to the Apollo, you should have seen him go, go, go. They said, hey sugar, take a walk on the wild side. I said, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. All right, wild side, take a walk on the wild side.